Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nubia series of Crusader Kings 3 here on the Lord Master channel, in which in this episode, as we're about to fabricate another county in 4 months' time, Pacoras, in which after I get that claim, we'll have to wait another 2 years, well, less than 2 years, till I go petition to the king to give me that land. Well, actually, I do have a claim on the county that I did that by requesting that claim from the Coptic Pope of ours. Yes. Well, the old one passed, and this is the new one, Pope Lazarus. He's a Nubian, so he knows our tongue and his. I inherited the Coptic papacy, and that's pretty much it. So it's entirely possible where it's like, yes, I'll have a claim to that, which is, I'm more interested in that, rather than have the whole duchy title for myself. Which of course you can't get rid of that claim. You can't, renounce that. But the king is a good friend of mine, so he'll just give me the duchy title anyway, without getting the actual county, which I'll still have a claim over, and may have to fight a war over for it. Which can lead to some issues, but worry not. For we plan on, intervening on a war. It's a defensive war down there to our southern friends down in Alodia, which they've lost some territory by these pastoralists, these tribes people. Right now they have a very high advantage, whereas our ally does not have that. So it would be wise to first raise our troops here. It'll be led by my marshal and knight. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then, in addition, the newly formed Order of St. Anthony will bring a holy order for this. It's a bit more better advantage and has an open terrain expert. Good man. It does have a couple of ordered knights. Though the number is small, but it'll grow big when they get more holdings. So they're there. There, with our combined strength, we should be alright. And we do have the best 2 warriors of the land, Phil and Zerebecca, the female warrior. And our income is still good. Well, this. So now we are more than a match against them. We'll be there in 7 months, and their siege takes about 10 months, but may possibly get it before we can engage them in combat. But it'll be a while for them to all to get there. So, despite the limited numbers, including those, even the Nile archers, which remain small, though I could grow a bit more of its size, because I'm not too terribly concerned about cost. Just go to it. Hopefully your skill and cunning in battle will win the day. They just mainly have Sudanese Highlanders. Oh, yes. These old laws were changed by the previous king. And now with this new king who wants to change some laws. So, he and I do not like each other, but as for the Duke, who has become a friend of mine, so I'll persuade him. I successfully persuaded him. After hours of conversation, Duke Newty acknowledges my concerns, finds my ambitions quite appealing, expressing a desire to join your plans. The raised toast to the future of the realm. Let the voting begin. My personality traits will have a greater influence in deciding the realm laws of whatever the king has in mind. We'll find out about that soon. Chase satisfaction. Absolute purity. Yes. Okay. Now let's switch to open diplomacy. Average surveillance. Exaggerated formality. Absolute purity. Road patrols. Harsh punishments. Unregulated slavery. And high taxes. Now let's read these effects real quick as the army marches that away. So with diplomatic stance, the Crown actively engages with many foreign powers, forming alliances, trade agreements, and cultural exchanges across the known realm. This boosts the realm's standing, though it opens the door to foreign influence and potential intrigue. Ongoing hostile scheme. Oh dear. For a year. My liege, enemy forces or raiders have targeted and raided your villages, causing destruction, looting, and displacement of your civilian population. This results in loss of support, resources, and disrupts the normal functioning of your territories. Oh, damn it. Which makes construction projects take way too long for this. But anyways, for open diplomacy here, diplomatic range increase, while direct vassals of mine, which I don't have any to begin with, goes down. Independent ruler up. Liege opinion down. Cultural acceptance gain goes up. Minority vassal opinion up. Domain taxation now. Now the crown imposes heavy taxes on peasants and merchants, extracting substantial wealth from trade and agriculture. Which, while this fills the royal coffers quickly and fuels rapid development, leads to growing assessment and risks igniting unrest among the overburdened working class. The first steps were subtle, but I quickly put them out of my mind. I was too scared to see the truth. Yet, it's a horrendous mark on my face. It is something I can ignore no longer. My courtiers still follow my commands, but something has changed how they look at me. Is that fear in their eyes? Pity and disgust? I am sorry. Leprosy is a permanent affection, my lord. I have methods to ease your symptoms. Oh my god. In all my years of playing Crusader Kings 3, never have I ever played a character who got leprosy. Now, leprosy. Severe penalty. Your prowess goes down. There's your general opinion on action and all that. With the health penalty is very, very bad. But Liz, you're very good at this. So I'll say it's too late for caution. Give me a risky treatment. Kel informed me that you identified the tainted tissue was the root of my disease, that removing it would likely cure me. I was most pleased and agreed to the surgery. I wish Kel told me that the tissue was my face. The treatment was almost as unpleasant as my symptoms, yet it seems to have been effective. While not fully cured, I feel much better. I've been wounded, disfigured, but not cured. Leprosy is no fun. As I was settling some administrative matters in my office, I was informed that the Queen of a courier was waiting to give me a word. Upon amidst my presence, she proceeded to remind me I owed her a favor, so that I could not forget. As fate had it, she wants me to promote her, increasing her prestige. Of course, doing that would reduce my own fame, as will seem to be bowing to the whims of this person. Oh, okay, it's a small one. I give him a word. Leprosy, damn it. So with high taxes, stress gain, domain taxes goes up, men and arms recruitment costs and maintenance goes down, popular opinion goes down. Slavery is back to unregulated. Back to exaggerated formality. Now harsh punishments increases. Dread. Damage and toughness a bit. Popular opinion down. Punishments in the realm are severe, with harsh fines, imprisonment, and physical retribution for those who break the law. This creates a strong deterrent against crime, but risks alienating the populace through fear and resentment. Back to absolute purity. You got it. Security investments, road patrols. Small garrisons are maintained in major settlements, and road patrols are sporadic but present. The Night Watch operates in larger towns, and key roads are somewhat protected. While the risk of crime is reduced, certain areas of the road remain unsafe, and overall security is patchy. So levy size up, garrison size down, the enforcement rate for levies goes up, slightly slower travel, and travel is less safer. Glory Hunt Vast Pin up, Parochium and Line on down. And now we go back to average surveillance. It's like you're trying to relax the rules a little while increasing our taxes. But I'm a leopard now. The Great Shade Tree of Ze. The village in Ze has a giant tree that was planted many generations ago to provide shade for the villagers. It has been something of a popular site for people to visit. Killers visited it several times. It's just I could donate some funds to assist in caring for the tree. 10 years? 20 years. A good idea. Let's send them the funds. This option increases how long the counting modifier will last compared to the default option. For as long as any county in your domain has the giant shade tree counting modifier, you will have access to visit the giant shade tree. It adds development up. So, one of the villages in this province is famous for its giant shade tree. Even those from neighboring villages further away to come and join themselves under this mighty tree. You know, to add a little bit more health on that, and yes, fabricate that claim. Get a tattoo. Nubian cops commonly get small protective tattoos, often in the shape of sacred symbols, such as the cross. I should get one such tattoo, since I have leprosy. Just gained a tiny bit of piety, but I gained a upper drop bag tattoo. This is a small health boost for the next 10 years. For historical context, religious tattoos have been important in many parts of Northeast Africa since Antiquity. From ancient Egypt to Ethiopia, archaeologists have found mummified remains of medieval Nubians with tattoos depicting St. Michael's monogram or the cross, for example. Even in more recent times, Coptic Christians would get a small tattoo of the cross, partly to reinforce their identity as a minority in the primary Muslim society. Historically, even among some groups nowadays, tattoos were believed to have protective spiritual power. Time to get a tattoo, because I am ill, so therefore I wish for protection. It is a custom among Nubian cubs to receive small tattoos in the shape of important religious symbols such as a cross to protect ourselves from the ill fortune and harm. Today I'm visiting a nearby local church to receive one such tattoo. After discussing with the tattooist about the details of this tattoo, I'm more than ready to begin. May this tattoo protect me well. We will win decisively in 4 months' time. %6 chance I'll die, 5% chance to become scarred, 88% chance to lose wounded. Lost wounded. So I'm all better now, but leprosy is going to stick with me. So what do you do, children? Do not get leprosy. So Merki's skin is marked with lessons of discolored patches, indicating the reduced ability to feel pleasure, pain, and other sensations. I used to be quite a duelist. You here for work? I'm spending some time in town as I pass by a young man chopping up some firewood. He seems a little slow, but he doesn't recognize me, and I'm a person of some importance when he examines me looking like guards. Don't you know I have leprosy? Look at me! The And then he says, "Here for work?" he asks you casually. He was clearly mistaken for some fellow commoner. "If you're looking to make some gold, go get that axe and bring me all the wood you could chop. The townspeople always need a firewood to use in their hearths." Some exercise won't hurt. Where's the axe? Okay, we're scaring him away. Several hooligans were recently caught trying to raid a cemetery not too far from where I live. They were apprehended by the local watchman. This, of course, is absolutely forbidden out of respect for the spirits of the dead. It's now to be determined the fate of these men. Do you think they wanted to desecrate again? Toss them to prison. They hired some mercenaries. Americunda's attempted improving my reputation. The incompetent chancellor has agreed to a treaty that cancels out parts of my old treaty with Almighty. This is free to declare war. Why would you agree to this? It's part of the Pact agreement. Don't do that, man. As long as we keep them far apart from each other, don't let them reinforce. Be crossing the White Nile to get to them. And these guys are going to remain in their forest. This room, these walls, this damn chair. I'm so sick of it all. I need to get out of here. I need to go somewhere else, anywhere else. Every day I am stuck in this awful room. I feel like another small piece of my life is taken away. I need a break from all this. Getting restlessness. This modifier will disappear the next time you travel anywhere. Every dreadful day is spent dreaming about being somewhere else. Lauren, I'll travel next year. Go to the king. They want to be up in the mountains. Keep the Nobak company away from them while the army of Blodia will try to take their capital. This is where they make their stand. And we're gonna come up there and deal with them. Jebel Moya. That's where we're heading. You may have the high ground, but the advantage is theirs. But we have the numbers. Still have a minor disadvantage, but anything could go. Come on. Come on. Okay, now they got a better advantage over us. We still have the numbers. We got them. Hard-fought battle against these bastards. Commander was wounded in action, but he's better now. So what happened here is, unfortunately we didn't kill enough of the enemy, but it killed more of us. And yet it's still a win. These Sudanese Highlanders, they were very effective at what they do. They were beating our Order Knights. But in actuality, it's the reason that we've lost so many was actually due to levies rather than men-at-arms, which is just a small part of it. We couldn't kill one of their knights. We made one of theirs, and it was wounded. It's just they had the high ground. They knew what they were doing. They knew what the assignment was. Yeah, not fun. Plus, the roll of the dice wasn't on our side. We'll probably win. We gotta kill their mercenary company so they don't form together. Because the last thing we need is enemy reinforcements heading our way. But they have a smaller number, so we should have an easy time against them. Got them all. Captured one of their champions. You good? Yeah, once we bring you to our prison, I would like to recruit you. Because we are in need of good fighters. We're gonna fight you on your turf. You should be coming to reinforce us. Axomite flux. Ooh. Major disease. And it started not too long ago. That could potentially come up here. What is it time to petition the king right now? Hey? Oh, ongoing revolt. Tyranny war. Guess we have to wait. Because that man is hell-bent on controlling all the lands to himself. He wants to be powerful. Meanwhile, the advantage goes to us. Now they have the advantage, but it's too late at this point. Capture the sun. It takes 18 months to get it done, but if you wish to, damn, look at this loot. This is all because this is a home of the Nubia mining settlement. Nubia Mountains. Since ancient times, Nubia has been a famed source of precious gold. In the highlands of the Nubia Mountains, known as Al-Adin to the Arabs, is home to a number of rich mines of pure gold and iron. Well, so this is where the money is. So, okay then. We can't go petition to the king right now because there's an ongoing conflict over there. Especially it's being contested. But they have already won a battle over there. And they're currently taking this place as we speak. So when this is over, give me the duchy. And I want that land. If you don't, we'll beat you in a rebellion. Rival hostilities, symbolic challenges. Liege, one of your rivals has initiated the symbolic challenges, such as duels of wit and knowledge, attempting to subtly question your competence. While not overtly threatening, this casual hostility undermines your authority. Deal with rivals or hire a skillful spy master. About our court of fun. Again, we killed more than they could kill us. It's kind of hard to get rid of them. It's gonna take a year to take this place. And they're dealing with a peasant uprising over there. Out of old age. So they're dealing with a peasant uprising as well. Such an unstable region. My son, Merki. Like always a curious and knowledge-hungry child. Merki has shown affinity for scholarship from an early age. An avid learner, he has become quite a purveyor of knowledge and has proved himself fully capable of structuring advanced theoretical and theological arguments. He's a master erudite. They grow up so fast. He's described as an idealistic luminary. With a noble heritage, this character aspires to create a realm of embodying core values and ideals. Their deep spirituality guides them towards realizing the vision of a righteous realm. However, their sensitivity and aversion to conflict may pose challenges when asserting authority. He also has a dog-like demeanor, so this character's demeanor is loyal and protective, displaying a strong sense of devotion and commitment within the court. They prioritize the well-being of everyone, including the lowborns, and are known for their unwavering loyalty. Their courtly interactions are marked by a friendly and dependable nature. Enemy ally joined war. That's from further over there. Should be of no concern to us for now. Got less than a year to take it and then we'll win. Or unless the war score continues to go up since they have not taken their relevant objective. Prisoner. We arrived here. Yeah, old age is starting to catch up too, but I'm still willing to recruit you, as you are more useful. Do you care about this Piety? Seems of value to you. Very well. I'm always willing to ransom. Pay the reparations to the Lothian king. Yeah. Let's make it sure. And I was going to originally go to the Merway pyramids, but obviously there's a major disease down there. Now you just have to wait for them to go away. Because I was getting set to travel. And beef up the size of the Nile archers a bit. Based on who we're dealing with here. Okay, they dealt with the peasant revolt, and now in 10 months' time they're going to take this place. And he's going to revoke the title, and then he has all the land to himself. Bad weather. It's only a very long time until we get that popular opinion turned around if we could get some good modifiers. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get desperate. Such as a... well, throw this in. We'll give them tax breaks for the county. That would help out. Oh, actually, this is much better. Social care. It would reduce holding taxes a bit, but not too much. But it would definitely add up to the popular opinion. That we'll have a think about. My court is going on tour and shall soon be visited today for a fine banquet in your castle. Lords and ladies of Merki will render the tithes owed to me. You're going on taxation tour. Well, don't do anything. He's going on tour, so he's going to be visiting all these places of Merki. That means I can't go petition to the king right now while he's doing this. So don't go anywhere. The border raids I carefully planned were successful. While the amount of gold is not much, it'll help fill our coffers, and also it is good for my prestige. Excellent. Needed the gold. Absolute purity is for the best. So he's about to have all the land to himself, and I can't go petition the king while he's on tour. He's doing poor health right now. Thriving security success. Faster construction time. Oh. No, his path is going to go that way. He's going to go to him, to Zacharias, before he comes here and meets me. Well, prepare your purses. Because, you know, tour's not going to be over. He's still got a long ways to go. I don't know why he's doing poor for a man of his age. But at least he has a son. His only son, in fact. Today I woke up earlier than usual. Feeling a bit restless, I ventured out of my residence and took a walk outside with some trusted guards. Thought we heard a whistling sound up ahead. Upon further investigation, we found out that there was a young shepherd with his flock, playing a pleasant song on his golden flute. He greeted me reverently and wished me the best. Please, play some more music. It's good. You passed religious tolerance law. Forbids counter-faith conversions. Alright, he's coming here. Don't spend anything, he's coming. And Hamlet's been constructed, finally. As previously, the crop fields, the backbone of the feudal economy. Each man by a small but generous family of peasants, all but willing to surrender most of what they produced entirely to the crown. Now with hamlets, the construction of more hamlets means that more peasants can be put to work in the fields, increasing the local production and taxation. So this is tax income plus holding tax also increases. And soon, we'll finally have regimental grounds finished. Large swathes of land are ready for the arrival of levies, producing ample space for tents of practice with these regimental clearings. Plus reduces the men-at-arms maintenance, which is rather important in order to increase the size of our men-at-arms. At last, King Georgius' entourage arrives at my gate, visiting examine his tour of Mercuria. The coffer wagon and the tax collector suggest I will be poorer for this visit. Though we meet with the burden of formalities, a visit from such a good friend is most welcome. I've done a luxurious dinner fit for a king, enter some designs of hospitality, and furnish his party with beds and entertainment. My only question is, do I open the gates and let him in? Yes, of course, he's my friend. Which, while you're here, I can only do this. Okay. He's got a lot more places to visit, though, before he can finally return to court in his throne. Don't mind me, King. I'm a leper now, which is a terrible thing to have. What? My daughter's a witch? Anyways, feasts have been coming along, and rejected the challenge. Feasts have been coming along and going every night since King George's couriers arrived. And every evening, after eating his fill, he disappears off to his room for the evening, leaving me with nothing but my thoughts. Lately, though, I've been feeling a compulsion to bring out the old chessboard and make a wager with my king. What exactly the prize would be, I'm yet to decide. I'm sure we could think of something. Tell you what, you once won a board game. You're good at it, and I did participate in a board game myself. So let's play. If you win, you get a weak hook on him. If I lose, he gets a weak hook on me. So, okay. King Georgios takes his seat opposite me. Our little game of chess is about to begin, and a competitive grimace tells me exactly how confident my friend is. He goes first, opening with a few well-worn traditional tactics. We're neck and neck, though neither of us are close to victory. Naturally, I'm not taking it easy on you. You definitely wouldn't on me. So why bother? Oh. This is tricky, so I'll say. I'm unparalleled in the theory of chess. So in chess, learning is kind of by martial. Which... Look, all these things, I'm only good at intrigue, but that can be countered by his learning. So, I'll go with this. Match marches on. George continues. Well, a few well-worn traditional tactics. Neck and neck. Do you think chess is a good practice for real administration? Says my opponent. I've always thought so. Not that I'm implying anything by it. It was a critical success, so try it again. I've read entire manuals on chess. This one was a failure. Considering it was a series of devastatingly innovative strategic plays. Huh. The board, it's all just the case that's the most important thing. Robertson taps his forehead with a knuckle for emphasis. Match marches on. George continues with several blindly standard moves. Blast it! Somehow this man sees a counter every stratagem I employ. He's starting to win, and the game is rapidly coming to a head. See, this is why I like chess. No skulking around, no lying, just a fair game of wits. I don't know what to do. You'll never see my moves coming. Hauling vessel driver, he leaps to his feet. I've lost. My hands slipped down on my knees, search for support. With God as my witness, I did all I could. Am I bad at chess? Well, the better man won. He breathes a good hand. As the king topbles, victor is declared. I've been utterly defeated by King George, and his internal prize is now ready for choosing any time. Drat! Now he's got a hook on me. Which means he'll raise my taxes to him. No doubt. Increase it a bit more. I'd like to have another man-at-arms regiment. Knowing what we see up there, there are no strategic hills nearby, it's all floodplains. So how horsemen do, well, floodplains. Well, screw it. Get these guys. And you're the one that's going to be stationed over here. This will increase your damage and toughness for you. Rebellious nobility. That also makes me want to appoint the Master of Raids. The Master of Raids is responsible for planning and executing small-scale raids on neighboring realms. This position also entails the authority to promote raids within the Liege's own borders to intimidate eternal dissidents. So, the effects on me will be increased monthly income while at war. And fellow vassal opinion goes down, as does the independent ruler, based on aptitude, and increases the effectiveness of chevauches based on opinion. Oh, this young man here is excellent at it. Martial skill, prowess, skill, brave. You'll do. Can do counter raid, brigand disguise to increase fast attacks contribution, or scorched death. But in actuality, in practice, you can do this. But currently busy because the king is here. Like, I would rather raid these bastards before even thinking about going to war against them, unless they declare war on us, which is why we're expanding the military a little more. And soon they're gonna go for the option to get more soldiers. I'll need some more money for this raid that's to come. As things stand, my liege planned military exercise to hone our commander's skills and better prepare everyone for war. Found a complex, theoretical, practical military exercise implemented. It's with joy I reckon my military skills have developed further. Under right circumstances covered by my areas of expertise, my value as a military field commander improved. So successful improving my commander traits. Gained 15 experience of defender, if I were to ever lead an army, which is doubtful. Because I wouldn't. I'm a leper. As we finish up our main courses, I'd like to speculate to find my friend, the king, for praise and approval, only to find an expectant look in his eye. Clearly what I provide isn't enough for my esteemed guests, but the cooks have already made everything I ask of them and cannot be certain if we have anything more to serve. Now the thought dawns on me that I still have a mighty hoard of hashes cakes in my pantry ready to be just seen. All my crushes and my willing shares to life my king. Bring out the cakes. He did not enjoy it. It's time for the king to depart, and I must say it's been a magnanimous host. He's entirely satisfied with my performance, also has demanded nothing of me but a promise that we may meet again. Oh, okay, thank you. He does demand a tax. After all, he is a friend of mine. But I fear he's going to increase my tax. As the county has increased its development, there are several additional needs in terms of infrastructure for the county to achieve its full potential. Roads, bridges, aqueducts, public baths, sewers, basic healthcare facilities, and much more are in demand from across the county in order for it to continue to grow. Unfortunately, all these facilities cost gold, and I'm the one who's required to foot the bill. Let's do it at a reduced cost. 25 gold. Thanks to my very high stewardship. You can do this. But here's the thing though, if you do that raid, so it's restrained by your benevolent nature. Raiding efforts will focus solely on infrastructure damage. All this may yield less privilege, but also mitigate the negative repercussions. A successful raid will reward additional gold, if you want gold. So as garrisons are in a chaotic state, decreasing the risks of my raiding party. My advisors conclude that Zacharias is deeply troubled by internal and external enemies. He's facing multiple threats simultaneously, so there's a good chance of that. Either that, or we want prestige, or we want dread. Based on where we're at, we need money, and fast. But I think we should wait, because I think it may factor in on the size of your army, and the skills of your knights, who are going to take the lead to lead the raid, so please wait. And as well as when the king is done with his tour, because he's gone to Shamir, and then after that he's gonna go this way, and after that he's gonna go down that way, and then swing around there to up there, and then he returns home. So it's gonna be a while. Damn, I want to travel bad. Tell you what, after I get Voyager, switch it up to another focus. Not much of an intrigue man myself, as much as I would like to. But because of my well-being, you ought to go for medicine. You know, my son is all grown up now, and he's ready to rule. That's special. Meanwhile, oh, what is he? Tyranny again? But this presents a real opportunity. Because he's gone to war. He's going to siege that way. So this is what we know of what they have. They got Nile archers. They have some Sahel horsemen, some light footmen, and Nilotic raiders, which no doubt he's got some from. And he doesn't have good fighters, including that friend of mine, this lunatic, who tried to murder me once. After all, how many children does he have? 1, 2. Just only 2. And also his health is doing poor. The target's opinion is already too low to support a meaningful trade with the domains. Sees goods. Characters who are... What? Characters who are avaricious, family hierarchy, or genius trait have a higher chance of success. Of course, going to support him. And of course, while he's at war, I can't get any titles off of that man. But it does buy some time to have our Sahel horsemen to be reinforced, while our Nile archers numbers continues to go up. And I will have additional reinforcements from these Nile pastoralists. Going further and further away from this court. Too many of them are warding off Nile pastoralists. That's the main drive of it. There's only been one Bhakt exchange and there hasn't been any gifts. Siege is ongoing, but with a not yet filled garrison, it would take some time to get him. Oh, looks like we found our man for the job, should we ever come to blows with the enemy up there. Elizabeth. Always the clever child. Elizabeth proved time and time again over the course of her studies she had a natural affinity for careful planning and when more than a little misdirection. She wants to know a lot of ways to get what she wants. Most important, she's highly aware of political implications of those wants. So she's a master schemer. You'd make a good spy master. You have my approval. Guy accept your marriage proposal. Why would anyone want to marry that cold-hearted vampot is beyond me, but I wish them well. Okay, that's it. Improve peasant's life. Through use of different social measures, you improve a lot of your population. Your vassals that are compassionate, just, or zealous are not callous, sadistic, or eventually will be impressed. Your vassals that are callous, sadistic, eventual, or not compassionate, zealous will be just as unimpressed. Screw it. This is for social care. Oh. Need those 2 counties to come together here. That's step 1. But we don't need to have tax breaks right now. There are no vassals here. Right. But hey, since there's a low Nile flood right now, there's a chance for you to welcome them in. And don't forget about the raid that we need to conduct against them while they're at war. And by that time, we'll slowly be fully reinforced. Now remember, you're on borrowed time, old man. That feast ruined by rival will expire in later this year. So get rid of that minor health penalty. That wasn't disease related. They took that place. Unwarranted jealousy by my wife. Yeah, it's because of my leprosy and the fact that I'm disfigured. Doesn't help it. I know that time's coming and I can't seem to stop it. It's those damn laws. What I need is a miracle. Oh, personal agenda. Let me see. Huh. I need to know exactly who I could trust or not. Recent tyrannical attitudes towards those close to it triggered a sudden crisis of conscience. Damn it! Not what I had in mind. Okay, that's it. We're raiding him. This can't wait long. Now it's posing average risks because he just acquired. Well, I know. Also, war is over, so just do it. You've waited too long. A master of raids, CFP, approaches me with a bold proposition. He's just launching a swift and mounted raid deep in the lands of Debutantes. Primary goal: plunder. He believes we can extract significant wealth by targeting vulnerable settlements and supply lines. He identified 3 capable knights on his desk. Malik, Birka, and Vantoforos. Assemble a potential raiding party. Alright. As the discussions of the shovels proceed, my young kid, Merki, steps forward with surprising boldness, eyes wide, with a mixture of excitement and determination, nay, demands to join her. Let me ride, he exclaims, but I was just, I'm not afraid, I want to fight. The master raised her, he watched his stern expression, perhaps evaluating the child's mettle, or perhaps taking the risks. It's a dangerous venture, but the experience could forge his character, or break it. Look, son, you're not the man for that job. I'll say, it's too dangerous, he stays here. I don't want him killed. The raiding party requires a leader, someone to command the knights and make tactical decisions during the chevauchée. My master raids presented 3 candidates, each a proven warrior in their own right. Nihilek grips his weapon with quiet confidence. Birka stands behind his shield, and Vantoforos has his axe with a fierce glint in his eye. Whom shall entrust to leading this dangerous venture? So take your pick. Knight Squire, the commander insistent, or this charismatic protagonist. I'm gonna go with the Dinka man here. He seems to be the most capable for the task. The raiding party is assembled, and at its head stands Nihilek, chosen to lead the chevauchée, flanked by Birka and Vantoforos. They await my final command. Horses snort impatiently, leather creaks, and in terms of anticipation, my master of raids, Zerapig, gives a sharp nod, indicating all is prepared. The success of this venture now rests on their skill, courage, and perhaps a measure of luck. Let the fires be lit. Ride forth. The raiding party will depart for approximately 1 year. This success will depend on their combined skills, boldness, and competence of my master of raids. Participants will be unavailable and absent. So we'll gain the ongoing raid for a year, which I don't plan on going to war for this year anyhow. 67% chance of circumstances suggest a reasonable chance of success. It could have been further had we done it earlier. 30% chance of odds challenging. Failure is a possibility. Where's the king? Has he returned from his tour? He's currently there. He's got 2 more stops to go before he finally returns home. Surprised he hasn't revoked that title yet. Now he's melancholic. My lord, Ifane, a skilled but underrated person has arrived to your court. Despite the world's judgment of his shortcomings, this master seeks an audience to showcase their exceptional talents and no lunatics. Gracious host, impeccable. Court position aptitude increases by 3 per known language. I'll soon become a voyager in 2 years' time. Time's running out, man. And we got a peasant revolt to deal with. Twisted Turds' fate has always been to my advantage. God knows that I was cursed the day I met Duke Zacharias. However, that curse has been lifted. Fate smiled upon me and brought that evil code to his grave. Died of old age, thanks to his infirmary. And not one day too soon. Now this boy here is the new Lord of the Mountain. Tyranny War. Oh, I didn't know you'd become the King of Axum. Okay. But the thing is, don't expect me to come over there. Because when it comes to the consequences of war, this hurts badly in regards to control. And plus we may have a peasant revolt in our hands, so we can't guarantee to be there. And not fully reinforced yet. Deceitful satisfaction to run walls. Ah, how things have improved. The judicial system is finally working as it should. Complex, exclusive, keeping the commoners out of the important matters. It's about time that justice returned to the hands of the educated elite, no matter where it belongs. No more simple cases flooded the courts. No more peasants thinking they could stand on equal footing with nobles. Justice is a privilege, not a right. The laws have restored that truth. The less the commoners understand the law, the better. They're not equipped to grasp the nuances of justice. It's only fitting that those with education and influence control the courts. The realm runs more smoothly now that the rabble are kept out of the halls of justice, leaving matters to those who truly understand the intricacies of power. Complex documentation is necessary. I approve. And something tells me that I want to start a war right now, and then just to take that county, and then one more time ask a king to get that title off of him. So he's currently there. Now remember, I can't go to him because he's traveling. It's just I hope he does well. And since he has no allies, he's screwed. So that's what I think. Actually, hold on. You're still in the middle of the raid. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. And remember, peasant revolt, we can't seem to stop it. Just wait until they return from the raid, and then we'll go attack them head on, like a bull at the gate. Destroy the peasants first, then take pagodas, and then petition the king to give me that title. All in that order. 3 or a duchy. All or nothing. Died in his sleep. He was a good man. Oh, you too. Now we don't have good, competent people who are chanceless. Rebecca. You'll be my bodyguard. And there'll be the master of raids and my bodyguard too. No fancy dreams, money going elsewhere. We'll hear the results from the raid very soon. Finally. So we'll keep our alliance. Gain plenty of prestige for this. Unfortunate expeditions. You're always there for me, and I hope you know that I'm grateful. My ward does approach in rare display of courage and openness. Ah yes, the blind. Get a hook on him. The grim sound of bubbly textures and mash shall assault my senses and make my way through my physician kills workroom, which looks of a auction that's preparing. Time has come, my lord. I know several ways to treat your leprosy. I would recommend drastic measures, but the choice is yours and yours alone. It will not be pleasant. You say drastic? Well, if that's what you want, I'll do it. Kel's assistant ensured that the potion had put me to sleep. Oh, how wrong she was. I could neither speak nor move, yet I was still aware of everything it did to me. I tried to scream at Thrash, but I was a prisoner of my own body. The procedure seemed to last forever. The dream was almost unpleasant myself. It seems to be effective. While I'm not yet cured, I feel much better. Yes, you greatly reduced it, keeping me alive, but now you then took my leg. Now I have no prowess. It's alright, I wasn't planning on leading an army anyhow. The king is there. Alright. But. Remember. Which way do you prefer? Fight a war for it and then take the title? Or take the title and then fight a war for the claimant of this? I don't think he'll be willing to accept, knowing that boy, who's of intrigue education. You gotta watch out for that. And plus, we got a peasant revolt to deal with. Drained by mosquitoes. Okay. That's it. We're gonna have to go to this option. Especially given with my health and my state of mind. Oh, what's the current float, by the way? Normal. Welcome these now pastoralists in. 41 gold for additional 400 men. Now we're more than ready for war. Petition the king. Yeah, we're going down this way. He's likely going to give me that title of the Dutch title rather than the county, which I could get it off on by telling him to revoke it. Hey. I'm well aware that getting on the road in my condition illness is to be considered additional risk on top of my regular danger comes with travel. However, in my suffery state, the show must go on. Let's head out towards Dongala and may God watch over my travels. I suppose we must. You've got to do it. Come on, man. You will make it. Friend. I am escorted to the king's throne room where he beckons me to approach and address him. I dare present the evidence of my claim to the duchy of nobody. And highlights the straightforward that of the Duke Ortalendo. After listening to the speech, smiles one states, absolutely, friend. I shall dispatch my agents immediately and take care of this matter. Thank you, my liege. So he just gave me that. The duchy as a whole. Now I am Lord of the Mountain. So, yes. Now I'm your overlord. And I want you to... Again, I have a claim to one of your lands and I want it off of it. Well, but first, let me try to get here. And also have to be at peace if I recall. The sun scorches the dunes of Haneg, making each step a testament to endurance. Yet, amidst this arid expanse, an oasis of greenery blooms, an agricultural marvel in the heart of the desert. As we admire this anomaly, the steward of these lands approaches it with sun and one smile. Travelers, he calls out, come with us the fruits of our labor. Mayhap you'll carry the tales of our triumph over the sands back to your homelands. This hunchback man. Perhaps a sample of your harvest to sustain us. Huge health boost. The rain hasn't let up and we've been traveling through Hanet. I've been nervously eyeing the river as its murky waters swelled ever larger, like some pus-filled blister. My caravan leader Kel is complaining once again. We've been trekking through this sodding, sucking cesspit in days when it does. More to get for this since the bank finally breaks and the rush of thick, dark water slosh towards supplies in Kel. Save Kel. Lose some money. Travel speed slower, which is fine. So I'll save her. While we will make it home. Thank God I can go inside. Okay. Do I not have the means to revoke that title? Oh, wait a minute, it's not your vassal directly. Well, we could fight a war for it. Just seize every damn part of it. And you will gain all the titles. Yes. All the land. So my son can inherit them, even though he does not have the means to have all of the domain limit. But we're still in part of an ongoing raid, so we're waiting for them to return. It'll be finished by April 7th, okay. Wait 1 month. Oh, and in the meantime, raise the army right now. We gotta deal with this peasant revolt before we even think about going to war against them. For too long I've suffered it into the hands of King George. I will not stand idly by while our liege abuses his loyal vassals. I urge you to join me in the fight to depose this tyrant. You are a traitor. loyal to my friend to the end. Move up. I live. Dusty, weary, but laden with spoils and tales of fire and fury. And the Snowfall party returns. Another reports that they raided to Duke Zacharias' lands, which he since long dead, and not a duke. Neither is his son. It was a resounding success. Villages were sacked, defenders were scattered, and a clear message was sent. The bounty they bring back, gold, renown, and fear speaks for itself. Our enemies will not soon forget this. Most profitable venture. 41 gold. Even though Carrot has been long dead, so it would have gotten strategic incursion. Our neighbors view this with mild disapproval. That'll keep us going. Alright, we're stationed here. Ready to deal with the peasant revolt whenever that pops up. And then after that, we'll fight a war against them. We have burdened the oppressive laws for far too long. No more. We are done paying your taxes. Once your coffers drop and your larders empty, we wish you would treat us more fairly. Never. The peasants ought to serve their lord. Got him right here. Right here. Rally the troops. Vassal reinforcements on the way. War preparations, guerrilla attacks. Your marshal introduces of a grizzled woodsman. My lord, this man and others like him know every trail and hidden path in our forest. For a modest sum, I could organize the small bands to harass the enemy's supply lines, ambush scouting parties, and sabotage their camps at night. They would never engage in direct combat, but could significantly slow the enemy's advance and sap their morale. Their knowledge of the land gives them advantage that no conventional force could match. I will not resort to such dishonorable tactics. For the real reason, we can't afford that. Locals pacified. You any good, by the way? Because I could recruit you as some of our knights, the lowliest of low, aren't as good, so you might be of value to me. Now, this ban, it'll take 15 days to return home. Okay, we can wait 15. Wait a bit. Alright. We know you're an enemy, but we're still gonna recruit you because you might be useful to me. Only picked up one. All because if I do this degree of warfare, this man thinks. And I can imprison him again when I want to, but he's already been punished. Army of Karga. War against the tyranny of You're not doing anything, are you? Good. Because this one time, this war's gonna be no joke. Because taking these territories, well, the 4 level's already high enough, but you want to prevent it from increasing ever further. So that's why I believe it would be best to bring in armies. And they're also involved in their own little peasant revolt. My wards finished lesson followed by lesson cooldown, the management of treasury and Egalitarian. But that only seems the bits mentioning gold have struck. Now he's levying small taxes from all the all the servants he could chase down, much to their collected annoyance. Alright, you're not to be inheritable, so I'll say, that's right, nothing's more important than gold. Especially these days. Start the war. Get all of it. This will be quite costly. There's your vassal reinforcements. And now raise it all. And I want you to call all your allies in. If they can. Did you see that? You're paying them money to get them to join your war. Be careful with that. And control needs to be restored over there. Not a valid target. Damn! I didn't realize that creating alliances costs money. But we're bringing it in regardless. Just barely under debt, but we can get out of this. Once everybody is reinforced. Steward approaches ledgers and maps. My lord, the war taxes alone will not sustain an extended campaign. I propose establishing dedicated supply routes and commissioning merchant caravans specifically for our army's needs. For a significant investment, you can ensure our troops remain well fed and equipped regardless to where they march. The initial expense is considerable, but it would prevent the far greater cost of a prolonged war due to poor logistics. Cannot afford such luxury. Soldiers will forge as needed. Move up. Yes, owner is slightly in debt, but we'll be out of it soon. This is who we're dealing with, and them too. But they're getting away. Let's say we'll probably win. We're fighting in dryland, so we know this well. Let's just hope luck plays our role here. Advantage us. Slightly. But we're taking more casualties. And they're bringing more levies over. And advantage belongs to them. No. No. Get away from there. They got too much of their men in arms at us. They just killed one of our good men. Damn it! Not what I had in mind. This is going to be much more difficult than we thought. This is why you have to bring allies en masse. They dealt with their present revolt and they're going to be coming to assist us. As I said, not what I had in mind. They could take Allied territory, but it would be wise to go up there first. Less fort level, less time to take it. They just took far less casualties than desired. Because that mercenary captain of theirs, he's a strategist. That explains it. That's why we had a hard time dealing with him. But regardless, when I look back on my career as a bureaucrat in the Kingdom of Mercuria, I see the journey of an ambitious, energetic young man He was transformed from a mere scribe into a powerful official, respected by all, including our very king, Georgios. It was a journey filled with ups and downs. Oh yeah. Countless. The days and nights of struggle, from the challenges of paperwork to the headaches of bureaucratic and courtly politics. Yet, it was a journey worth taking. Look at where I find myself now, at all my success. When I was younger, I would fantasize about how people would remember me after my death. But now as I get older, and sicker, and death is ever closer, I am certain that my epitaph, whenever it is carved, will indeed record the career of the great man, an official who left this mark on this blessed land. Praise God for guiding me in my career. No longer I'm a master administrator, now I'm an exalted administrator. And no longer an agriculture official, now veteran agriculture official. Thanks to her extensive bureaucratic career, this character has extensive expertise in managing agricultural networks and finances in the Kingdom of Mercuria. The kind of expertise that's hard to come by. Oh yeah. And gained 500 gold, and additional 500 gold. And a diplomacy lifestyle experience, and 1,000 renown. This is a good time to get mercenaries. But first, pick this up. It would be wise to get defensive negotiations if I ever do a stint on a bit of foreign affairs. But I'm about to get Voyager as well. Meanwhile, on the dice legacies, faithful magistrates. Costs less to create titles if need be, and control growth is increased by 0.20 a month. Get up to 1200 and we'll have power and prosperity. Right, once you're over here, hire mercenaries. Because we can't do it alone, besides our allies, some of which are a little bit too far apart. Hold here. War report. Rescued besieged cities. Lead, your forces lifted sieges on the siege cities, coming today to trap the population, earning their gratitude and loyalty. Thanks. Mercenaries. That's what we need. We're down a man. Armored footman, light horseman. This is who the hell we're dealing with there. Masters of the Sahel. They were using pikemen, another reason why we had a hard time. To deal with pikemen, you need armored footmen. The Nobug Company. These are the guys I want to hire. We fought them before. But keep in mind of their personality, because that also matters. Go ahead. 3 years. Yeah, we were dealing with their pikemen, but also we had to deal with their light footmen and now with their graders. So, fortunately we're not spending money on any construction projects unless I acquire more land for myself, but no, the timing is excellent. Because decided that we need some mercenaries on our side. Especially if we have to fight in their turf. I mean, these are not Nile archers, but these will do. Okay. Yeah, get them too. So a lot more cavalry now. our combined strength. Let's go. Take this place before they finish this place. Because there's by war, it takes longer for them to build buildings. When there's war, construction's halted. And there's pretty good loot to be found over here. Who's gonna get there first? Because, by the way, we do have a man for the job, if he's still alive. Unless we lost him. Oh, don't tell me. When that man was killed? No, he wasn't the siege engineer. Whatever happened to that guy? Here you are. This will take a year or so. It's got to start somewhere. Because at least he's at his capital city. He's not leading an army. Captain is stands in your private study. Several days of negotiation led to this final decision. This is the captain of the Kushite band. My final offer stands, the mercenary states. Any lower, and I cannot guarantee my fighters' loyalty or effectiveness. You weighed long-term costs and benefits. Your company's reputation is well earned, Captain, but every wise ruler must balance military strength against fiscal prudence. The mercenary replies, quoted, Prudence won't shield your lands, Duke, but my soldiers will, if properly compensated. This is the moment to apply perfect pressure point to secure the company's allegiance without compromising your treasury. The captain went expectantly. Normally, it would be 10 years must pass before you can bargain with the captain again. He will be satisfied, decreasing the likelihood of adverse events for mercenary companies. The other choice would include divine favors the faithful. Your devotion will be rewarded. 57% chance that he'll pay me and won't like it. 42% chance that despite the heated exchange, all your alternative proposals were ignored, and he'll be displeased. Possibly rioting mercenaries. You don't want that. But with my high stewardship, I said men squander their pay and drink on women unless. 63% chance he'll pay me. 36% chance he'll be displeased. Okay, fine. For now, I accept your terms. In the future, we'll see. Backed off from negotiation. You'll get what you want. Alright? You arrogant man, you. And the other mercenary captain isn't nice either. Now you have Voyager. +1 intrigue, prestige up, diplomatic range up, travel speed. The most glorious of cities, the ruins of old, the kings and queens of faraway realms. Merki has seen it all and is happy to share his experience of others. I'm happy that I got my aspiration to be complete. Now my concern should be foreign affairs. Increase my diplomacy. Get this. Propose an alliance without a marriage. Even if it's from outside of Nubia, like one of you Egyptians up there. Particularly whoever's the governor of Aswan. Take a drink. After a night of lovemaking, during the morning of my sensual duchess whispered tempting in my ear, as she knows about a certain girl that failed to be introduced to court thanks to some muddy intrigue, but that has a nice set of skills and traits that might be useful inside her circle. After all, one should always look for individual talents to rely on, should the occasion arise. As my cunning duchess is probably advancing her own agenda of promoting a friend, the fact of the matter is that this girl named Rahima, some other Rahima I know, shows significant promise, even if this, including this notorious woman archer, will cost me prestige. What is she known for? Oh, she's a scholar. Intelligent, no, shrewd. Oh, she's a genius scholar, basically. I'll welcome her. Yes, she the Dutch could get a hook on me. A brilliant prodigy. 5 months. Right, they occupied the area, but this is not the real objective. Armies of Dongal are on their way. What the hell? I'm not against you. And they're on their way up here. I'm not rebelling against the king. I mean, hopefully he takes the bridge this way. Oh, he's going after Shamir. That's why. Shamir is not against the king. Then why are Merkurian forces are headed this way, led by the king? We may have to break away from this sage if his attentions are going up this way. Oh god, it's us. What are we doing? Are you mad? Get away from us. We're not the enemy. Get away from the king's army. Your fight is not with us. This is a perfectly legitimate war within the current affairs. Then you have no right to interfere. The thought was playing in my mind due to these times of war the realm is experiencing. As things stand, I might attempt to form new contingent levies by increasing the range of normal draft range and adding a lot of common criminals provide a partner in order to improve the number of troops available from armies. These radical policies come at a significant cost to prestige and piety, as it could portray as desperate and callous measures, but it's possibly tempting. Yeah, extend the draft. 500 additional men. Reservoir dogs. Over here. No! That way! Swing around this way. Screw it. We'll try to take the capital. Stop moving. They're not for us. King isn't coming for us. But you lot, get over here. Run, damn it. This is absurd, because why the hell? I mean, I already told him that I am not in their war. Look, we are loyal to you, my friend. Okay. Revolt war has ended. The king's army is no longer going on a rampage against me and my allies. Forces of Shamir and Olodia's armies have been defeated by the Merkuria. So I can say, screw it. Let's just take the capital then. I'm trying to make a difference. Captain Musa. This man here. As I said, he is not a nice man. Well, I'll say your men will squander pay and drink on women unless... Failed negotiation. Oh dear. They're gonna be mad at me for this. Yeah, they're coming up here. If we don't beat them in battle, we can never win this war. Despite what the advantages say. But we do have plenty of men-at-arms counter, and so do they. The advantage goes to them. Damn it, damn it, damn it! They're killing us out here. Need to retreat now. I don't care what the advantages says. Get out of there. Go, go, go! We can't beat them without insistence. And they're about to get killed too. My damn king killed my allies, and now we have no means to fight back. But there is that well-fortified place, if we can hold them. All we need is reinforcements and regroup. That's all it needs. They don't want to take it. We have no good chance. Oh, this is the worst. We're badly outnumbered here. Stay here and just try to recover. Can't call a holy war because this is... We do have a few knights that's ready to be served in our ranks, but we're short of a couple of good fighting men. But we got plenty of years to hold them off. When these allies recover their losses and try to help us out here. And now there's another one! This infuriates me. Because I mean, they're going to join us, and so they're going to join in their ranks, and we can't defeat them as they brought a man with a very high advantage against us. And would that one be any better? Try to link up with us. Hustle and bustle is palpable among the traveling merchant stalls. Temporary shacks are stacked to the rafters, containing all manner of knickknacks. These pieces are positively radiant and will make for a lovely gift. As the Duchess and I walk by one of the merchant's painted jewelry, she hesitates slightly and leans in for a close look. Perhaps one of these would brighten the day for my respectable wife. Gift to my company is bright enough. I took those out playing with the bow, and to my surprise, we ran into a wounded doe. He later lashed on me, thinking I staged the whole encounter as some kind of test. Yes, it was a certain test. Well done. Don't go anywhere. Just try to recover. If they can. Because we can't beat them like this. As long as they're far apart. Unless they have... How many allies do you have? I mean, just one. And that's going to be trouble. Aha! Screw it. Want her gone. I mean, I got plenty of money. I'll give you hooks and prestige for this. I didn't know I could convince you. I guess you don't like her all that much. After all, you're the one that arranged it. Mayor could be convinced. Oh, hold on. I mean, he's not from this realm, so just go ahead and give it to him. Yeah, that'll do. You have to be the infiltrator there. Have to pay another bribe for this. This one will be guaranteed. But unfortunately, these phases are going to take a long time. Because I was too, on edge with this. Let's support that scheme. Get it on faster. So we can't win in the battle in their territory. We lost that twice. Mercenaries could not do it. So it's almost as if we need to fight them on neutral ground. They have a smaller force, but they could be very deadly. Oh, you'll join, yeah. Oh. Of course, the king. Army of Shamir is here. All the special forces are lost. My physician, Kel's country, suggests today that I remain healthy for a long time to come. Duke Merki says, the illness is a danger we face daily. I've come across what appears to be a good tonic to prevent common illnesses. The main thing we need is rosemary flowers. We take some of these flowers, bind them in linen cloth, and boil it all in water. Now you would drink the water. What do you say? It's just a tonic you drink regularly, but as long as you have a steady supply of rosemary flowers. Keep me away from the leprosy, yes. Historical context. The Debutantes and Dankana, the Canals Notebook, is an early 14th century book made by the Canals, a Venetian merchant family. That is, a collection of random knowledge that is believed to be useful to a merchant. Part of the book, for instance, has a list of ways someone could use the rosemary plant. A tonic discussed in this event was the first use mentioned in this list. Powerful vessels have gathered. Don't persuade anybody. Maybe we could try to persuade laws that are more amenable. Comes the other ally. Complex documentation, moral decency, structured layouts, permanent garrisons, social officers, moderate punishments, restricted slavery, average taxes. Ah, thank God for the tax reduction. That's what I want. Oppressive policies, unfortunately. And we got runaway prisoners. Again, we'll never defeat them on the battlefield. I think the only way to keep the war going is to try to take one of their territories. But unfortunately, the war took too goddamn long. It's frustrating that you can't beat them in their territory as long as they stayed there. And the fort level has been increased, thus it will take even longer to get something done. And I don't have the money to send their pay. Enemies left the war. Oh, thank goodness. We feared that would happen. It's because she's left wandering. That's why. Call it off. Maybe. Ah yes, the lunatic mayor. We'll fight them in their turf. God damn it! They're getting away. Wait for the movement to be locked, then engage. Go, go, go. Okay, the main army's gonna get away, but we can at least defeat those guys. And they want to come up here. Alright, we're here. We'll defeat them here. And now they're crossing the river. But unfortunately, this belongs to this captain. This mercenary captain, who's a strategist which does not give out the penalty. We'll have small additional points, so we killed some of them. So this will keep us going for a little bit. Fort level's similar. This one has a slightly higher garrison. So your last chance. They have the advantage, but they're taking more casualties. A little bit. Reinforcements arrived. The advantage is still theirs. No, we have the advantage now. Men are getting killed. Bashambu killed in action by Zerebeka. You killed my friend. New king. Alright, we killed some of those bastards. Your last chance to make a difference. We have to take this place. These mercenaries served us well, but now we don't have that kind of luxury anymore. How many allies do we even have left? They're still around. They haven't called Axum over, but he's in the middle of a tyranny war that I can't get to him, unfortunately. "15 months. Once you occupy that, there will be a huge difference to the war score. No, listen. This may sound crazy, but I don't think you can call for another alliance during wartime. Especially when there's plenty of differences between us. Legendary adventurer whose deeds are sung by local bards arrives at your court. Seeking an honest feat, this daring soul seeks to align their adventurous spirit with a noble cause. God, he's mad. I'm about to lose the mercenaries in a few months. My offensive wars are progressively causing economic and social impacts on the population of my domain. Forced conscription, lack of people attending to the fields and services, and a general feeling of despair cause a significant toll on my populace. As things stand, I cannot further avoid some pernicious effects on popular war and fighting on the population of me. Or exhaustion. Now facing. Yeah, we're definitely going to suffer for this. The question is, would it be all worth it? And now they're coming up here and they're going to kill us all again. Because we'll be fighting in their turf. If we don't win this battle, if we don't win this next battle here, we have to end the war. Can't do it anymore. We've exhausted our best options. High power projection this time. We'll probably win. This is no good. Especially when I have more men-at-arms counter. That's what kills us. Yep, they're killing us here. Damn it. I knew that was going to happen. 3, 2, 1. No, we're too outnumbered. Again, we must retreat. We have to stop this war. Can't do it. Pay the reparations. You've got me. We were too overconfident. And the mercenaries were not able to make a difference. They couldn't. And that's why we lost. And now he gets to have all this. And, popular opinion is extremely low. Succumbed to this. Yeah, it's because of war exhaustion, which will not go away until that war is ended. So we're basically stuck in a terrible dilemma. Which, at least, what are we doing? What are we doing? Negotiated. After this marriage between them. Does it even matter now? Stop it. I am disappointed in myself. And I cannot intervene in that war. It was just terrible timing after terrible timing. I got two as this, and plus the damn king ruined everything. I could seize the goods. Go ahead. Yeah, that'll make up for it. And there's that peasant revolt again. Spouse approach of an exquisite political idea might serve her to reap some benefits. As things stand, her plan to implement some social reforms in order to alleviate the sufferings of common peasant, thus increasing their general well-being. Always step ahead plans already involved in powerful religious dignitaries in order to find help with the implement plan. Now face this the judge of the gold is necessary to place everything in motion. Yes, please. Let's do some good of our peasants. We just stole some money from them. Now we got it back. Picking up the padded swords for a sparring match of my ward. Notice a tattered journal to cast to one side. From the cover it sees contain exercises and the best practices pertaining to martial arts. Those glances in my direction. Oh, that thing I read most of illustrations you could borrow it. Grasp with health, not the pointing end. How are my health's doing, poor? Perhaps, son. He's a gossip collector. Perhaps you might do better than I could. And while you're at it, see to if you can get a couple of knights we can invite. I knew that getting older would mean doing everything slow, but I didn't think it would all come to a halt till my death. Lately I feel a constant malaise and everything takes more effort than before. I'm worried if I lie down I might not be able to get back up again. There's no doubt that my time's running out. I feel I could do nothing but await death's sweet embrace to claim me. Yeah, my time's coming soon. But, nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, despite this setback, after, accomplishing that aspiration, which at least he could feel that he should be accomplished for that. But now, oh, thank goodness the war's over. Full occupation. Let the war end, get rid of the war exhaustion, and wait for the offensive war to go away, and that peasant rabble just went away. So let us improve and rebuild. We must rebuild. I accidentally bit my cheek while eating. It does hurt quite a bit. I've yelped of pain. It caused me quite embarrassment. Much. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will end this episode here, which unfortunately looks like for the future of Bucked, it's gonna be that way. I'm not paying that man anything. I would like to get him back by other means. He's one of the good men. So, we'll end the episode on the 1st of September here. Once again, I'm disappointed that the war did not go to the way it was initially, because the combined strength of our allies wasn't enough, despite our best efforts. Because he brought some very good ally and hired some very good mercenaries, and I paid him with the war reparations. Now he gets to have all that. Maybe perhaps one day we'll do another one of those raids against him whenever that time comes again. Right now, it's going to take a long time to fully recover, and hopefully one day we'll grow stronger ever before. But until then, so long for now.